Tomorrow morning, WWE presents a pay-per-view, a premium live event, whatever you want to call it, a show from Lyon, France. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce that in French because, trust me, I've tried off camera before and it is terrible. But with that said, I just want to point this out that when it comes to this Backlash show, it seems like WWE neglected the build to this show. And, it's understandable to a certain extent because we reached an all-time high as far as stories coming into conclusion, stories being told for WrestleMania 40. And then we had the WWE draft smack dab in the middle between both pay-per-views. So I think the draft itself really took away a lot of attention, a lot of build away from Backlash, which is why we only have 5 matches set for this show. Now, that just might mean we might have a surprise match here and there. We might have a surprise appearance by a certain superstar that you can really not see sometimes. I don't know, that's just a rumor, but overall, let's get into these predictions. Let's get into the preview for this Backlash show. And of course, we gotta start off with the World Heavyweight Championship match. And I wouldn't be surprised if the show actually starts with Damian Priest defending his world title against main event Jey Uso. Now, you can kind of rule out a Jimmy Uso interference here. It's been reported that he's injured. He's going to be out for a few weeks, for a few months. They obviously already wrote him out of storylines with that Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga beatdown on SmackDown a few weeks ago. But that doesn't mean that Solo and Tama Tonga themselves can't get involved in this match. Honestly, I would put money on the fact that they get involved and cost Jey Uso this match, leading to more bloodline stories down the line. And sure, we might get Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough get involved in this match as well. We're definitely gonna get another tease of JD McDonough screwing things up, if he isn't gonna screw things up already. So we're gonna get that. But there is absolutely no chance in hell main event Jey Uso walks out of France, walks out of Backlash as World Heavyweight Champion. There's just no way. There is just no way. We have the tag team title match. Women's tag team titles on the line. The Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, facing off against 2 of the big 3. This team doesn't really have a name yet. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill. And before we get the inevitable implosion of these 2 quote-unquote allies, quote-unquote friends so far, we need to take them to the top of the mountain. We need to get the spotlight on them. Jade Cargill, there's absolutely no way that she is taking a pinfall or submission for this match. Bianca might, however unlikely that is. And to be honest, I would much rather prefer Bianca and Jade win this match. Maybe Jade get the pinfall so that kind of story thread comes into play later when these 2 are feuding, so that the Kabuki Warriors themselves, Asuka and Kairi Sane, along with Dakota Kai and Io Sky, can focus on possibly ending the man Becky Lynch as we know her on Monday Night Raw. That's still a possibility. I like the tease on Monday night of that happening. That's one of the few good things that comes out of the draft. So I don't know. If you ask me, WWE has to create some history in France. And usually when you create history, you have title changes. Let's switch up those women's tag team titles in Lyon, France. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, your brand new tag team champions. Obviously, that's a spoiler for the rest of the other 2 title matches. But overall, I play my cards. So, we have another tag team match. Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga versus Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. A very simple, straightforward match. I'm loving the dynamic between Randy and Kevin Owens. And even though there's a bunch of tag teams already set and ready to go on the Blue Brand to challenge A-Town Down Under for those tag team titles, I wouldn't mind seeing Randy and Kevin win those tag team titles. I really wouldn't mind it. I honestly think that might be the way to go. That way fans gain interest in the tag team division before they drop it to DIY maybe. You never know. But for now, at Backlash, we can't have this new incarnation of the Bloodline led by Solo Sikoa, allegedly, lose. Even though Solo Sikoa has been losing. But, hey, he talked about it on the Friday after SmackDown, right? Winning and losing has consequences. Tama Tonga is not going to get pinned. He's not going to get submitted at Backlash. Because that messes that initial statement from Solo. The same thing as Solo Sikoa. He can't get pinned. He can't get submitted. So somehow, some way, Tama Tonga, Solo Sikoa, they end up with the win. And we keep that story going. Could it go the other way? Sure. Will it? Highly doubt it. We got a triple threat match for the Women's Championship. Brand new champion Bayley defends against Naomi and Tiffy Time herself, Tiffany Stratton. And ladies and gentlemen, Backlash is in the morning tomorrow for us here in the States, but, everywhere in the world, as long as Tiffany Stratton is there, everywhere is Tiffy Time. I'm going to get better at that. Don't worry. I'm going to get better at that. But with that said, this is why it's a triple threat match. This is why Naomi is in this match. Naomi is there to take the pinfall. Tiffany Stratton cannot get pinned, will not get pinned, should not get pinned, because she is definitely a future contender for that title. But Bayley's going to have to retain. She just won the title. She just won the championship. She concluded her story at WrestleMania by defeating Io Sky and then ending it after a month. Nana, as LA Knight would say. And finally, the main event of Backlash itself, the match of the night for sure. Former members of the Bullet Club, tons of history between these two. These two will tear that squared circle up, and I'm here for it. And this is just the first chapter, the first match in a series of matches that I'm expecting from these two. Because I don't think AJ Styles is a one and none contender for the undisputed title. So with that said, much like with Bayley, Cody Rhodes has to retain. Cody Rhodes will remain undisputed WWE champion for the foreseeable future, because that was the ultimate story told in the past 2 years. But let's have some fun with it. Let's have some great matches. Let's tell some great stories. And if you want a great match, you can count on the phenomenal one himself, AJ Styles. Cody Rhodes for the win. Cody Rhodes retains his title, and we end Backlash in France. History made on a fantastic, exciting note. So with that said, those are my predictions. That's my preview for Backlash tomorrow morning for us here in the States. Saturday night in France. What are your thoughts? Who are you expecting to walk out of France as champions? Maybe you think somebody else is going to win the tag team match? I don't know. Leave your thoughts, comments, and predictions in the comment section below. So with that said, I'm Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.